trust me, I am not Russian.
Dumela Mzansi, your weekend starter is on your timeline and you are watching TrendingSA right here on SABC 3. My name is Maple and as usual, I've got my primetime queens. This, I'm forced to actually say this, Refilwe, right over there. Okay?
She is a queen and she accepts the title gladly. It is her birthright. Thanks, Maple.
And that over there is Elma Smith.
So does a queen outrank an emperor?
Oh, no.
Actually, you guys are beneath me, as always.
Oh.
He's using that Umlazi hierarchy. It only works that way there. He's been dubbed the Prince of South African hip-hop. He is undoubtedly one of the country's certified hitmakers with chart-topping hits. He's respected for his contribution to the growth, the evolution of the hip-hop scene. And over the years, he's grown to become one of the most significant artists on the continent.
Listen, I'm talking about the multi-talented.
Multi-talented.
Right. He has recently released his EP, Bovamania, which has received massive airplay in this exclusive edition of what we call Mega Mania. He joins us to talk about his new music, relationships, business deals, social media views, and so much more. Many know him as Super Mega, Bova, or simply AKA. Welcome to the show.
That was a nice introduction.
That is an introduction. No. So, first of all, a huge congratulations on the success of The Bri Show with AK on SABC 1. It's doing very well. And I want to take a look at some of these headlines and some of these reviews. The Bri Show with AKA reaches over 2 million. Social media reacts to AKA's Bri Show. I want you to just talk us through what is a huge success and what you attribute that to. Is it obviously the host and the star power that you bring to this whole enterprise? Is it the guests? Is it the whole premise of the show?
Well, for me, I think that any great show, any great production is a multitude of things. First and foremost, I'm very lucky to be on SABC 1, which is the biggest platform you can get in the country, so it can reach a mass of viewers. I think that the host of the show is handsome, he's charismatic, he's witty, and he's knowledgeable, intelligent. I could go on, we don't have enough time.
Listen, I love how you are humble. You're like me.
In my humble opinion, And I think that the premise of the show is great because when I came up with the idea for the show, but initially we had done it as part of my app, the AKA TV app, and SABC picked it up. And when I came up with the idea, I thought, universally as South Africans, we bri. It's a great medium through which to get people to kind of let their guard down and have a cool conversation, but also the fact that I myself know a lot of the guests on a personal level that come on the show. They kind of let their guard down and I'm able to ask them certain questions that maybe other interviewers might not be able to or might not feel comfortable to. So I think those reasons are why we've really kind of captivated people.
Over the last 6 months, we have come up against these questions about guests on the show, particularly super controversial ones, a few times. I mean, we have been dragged down. You have had Java, you've had Malusi Gigaba. Yep. Tell me about those decisions to have those guests on, giving them platform, sharing your platform with them, and then social media is obvious. People are going to react to this.
I think knowing people are going to react is kind of why I want them on the show. I mean, that's why we make TV. We make TV so that it's entertaining. I think people like Malusi Gigaba is somebody who is actually, if you peel away the layer of controversy and of, all the sorry, I said that on TV, but that's what it is. If you peel away all of that stuff, you'll find somebody who's actually super in touch with, his intelligence, with what his political career has achieved. I found him to be absolutely fascinating and somebody who was actually quite charismatic and magnetic. And I really, really enjoyed the fact that I could sit down and actually kind of get to know, because, social media and all of the celebrity stuff, you kind of miss what, the depth of people when you pay attention, and all this stuff ends up on socials and Twitters and stuff.
But in Java's case, it's a little different.
Yeah, in Java's case, it is a little bit different, but I've known Java for a long time. And, whatever you might think of, the justice process and whatever the case may be. I mean, the man is, he it's not like he's been found guilty. He's been taken to court. His case was thrown out. So he's vindicated, is he not? In my mind, at least in the eyes of the law. So I don't see, with my personal relationship with him, I feel like he had lost out a lot of work, and obviously, it's a sensitive issue. But I thought it was a great opportunity for him to come in and tell his side of the story.
So let's talk about music. Let's talk music, of course, aka music, of course. 4 successful albums later. This
Is
EP,
it 4?
Bova Mania.
It's Alter Ego.
Count it for me. Did I get?
I sometimes forget. It's Alter Ego. It's Levels. It's Be Careful What You Wish For that I did with Anati. It's Bova Mania. It's. Did I say Levels?
This album right here. That album right there.
This one on this.
Levels.
Okay.
Yes. It's
Jonah.
6. I think it's 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got Bova Mania as well, which
yeah.
is what we're all excited about, buzzing with right now. And OK Africa. Oh, by the way, of course, Bova Mania doing well right now, sitting at number 1 in 5 countries at our last count. OK Africa had this to say in their review of the EP, and I want you to take a look at this. AKA's Bova Mania Decoded, AKA's referential style of writing and producing on display in his new EP Bova Mania speaks to his hip-hop roots and his varied musical taste, while the wrestling references on the project mirror his persona and the different stages of his career. So I'm keen to find out, do you agree with this review, just based on what you also shared on social media and what you tweeted when you basically did this for us? You categorized and broke down the track listing into heart, mind, and soul.
Yeah? I when I categorized it in heart, mind, and soul, it's the first time I'd really done that. I wanted to, so when I say like songs for the heart in my, like everybody receives music different. Songs for the heart is really like songs that give me a kind of inspirational feel, or a feel of maybe vulnerability or sadness or deep passion or love. The mind is more like, the jiggier songs, it's just for the mind. It just fuels the ego, you know what I'm saying? And the soul is a bit like, it's kind of nuanced in the heart. The soul is really more about myself and where I am, and about love and so forth. Yeah.
So let's talk about the mixed reviews, because some people love it and others say this isn't typical AKA stuff.
Yeah.
But everyone agrees that it's great because it's doing well, it's on high circulation, it's streaming. How do you respond to people who are like kind of caught off guard?
I feel like if we go through all of those projects, I've had times when I've put out projects, and when it came out, people said, "Oh, this is garbage," and then 5 years later, it's like, "Oh, this is a classic album."
So you were just ahead of your time.
Yeah, I think that anything that is different and everything that is anything that nothing ventured, nothing gained, and you have to really push yourself and come and step out the box. And sometimes when you're a little bit ahead, you have to wait for people to catch up.
On that note, let's just put a peg in it. We'll go to a break, and TrendingSA Mega Mania carries on right here on SABC3. Listen, go tell somebody next door what's happening right here, because it's lit. We'll see you after the break.
God forgive me for my own mistake. Your Holy Spirit flow.
Welcome back. You're still watching the much anticipated television event of the year so far. Yes, TrendingSA Mega Mania is upon us, and the leader of the Megacy is taking over TrendingSA. Now, AKA,
Yes, sir.
you've always been business-minded. You've always put your finger in there and trying to make things work, and some are turning out great. Your latest business investment,
Yeah.
in the height of COVID,
Yeah.
you bought a club.
I wouldn't say I bought a club.
What did you do? You bought into it.
Okay, but
No. I became part of the ownership of it.
Oh,
of it.
okay, cool.
So I am one of the owners of the place. It's called Cuba Lounge Black. It's in Durban, right in the Moses Mabhida Stadium complex. So yeah, I'm waiting for everybody to get back to the stadiums because it's right between like Kings Park and Moses Mabhida. So once like everybody can go back to the games again, it's going to be pumping, you know.
So this is a long-term view for you.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a long-term view, but also when we opened, you know, we were going into the December period. So it started at the start of December. And you know, who would have known that we'd be back here?
We'll be back
in this drought of alcohol that we are currently in. But you know, it's definitely about taking my brand and my name and, you know, kind of leveraging it and doing important and cool things. You know, because obviously I have my own vodka, which is doing amazingly well, and it's also a medium through which I can push that. Obviously, I'm a musician, so I can go through there as well. Other artists, hey man, so I feel like it's really something that I don't think any other hip hop or artists are really into. You know, there are a couple, but I think it's a good move.
But I love the fact that we also know about you learning hard lessons because it does make you more relatable. So the Reebok thing, when you spoke about that relationship not being profitable last year, that actually popped up in conversations. I was surprised of the number of people who took note of it and went, geez, this guy actually spoke out and said, this relationship didn't work for me. And I feel like so often in South African entertainment, people have these endorsement deals or ambassadorial relationships and they're not actually making bank. And I love that you spoke out and said it didn't work. Tell me about the hard lessons you've learned about business.
First and foremost, with the Reebok deal, I made bank, a lot of bank. So I made millions of rand.
Yeah.
So let's clear that up.
But
what I said was, I didn't get a royalty
Yes.
for the sneaker that I designed. So I was in an ambassadorial role for Reebok South Africa. I really, you know, brought the brand to a different level. Made my own sneaker, which was a dream of mine. And for me, one of the reasons why I didn't pursue going forward and why I'm not with them anymore is because I wanted, you know, a royalty off of the product that myself and my brother had designed.
Equity is duty.
Exactly. What did I learn from it? I probably learned that I should start my own brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like keeping it real, and we are TrendingSA, we also keep it real.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be real, we wouldn't be keeping it real if we're not talking about that boxing match.
Yes.
And our viewers, that's what they want to know about,
Yeah.
right?
That one.
So you tweeted this. You said, the truth is my team is literally paying
You don't have
this
to
guy
read it. You don't
fight
have to
me.
read it.
So please-
people can read it on TV.
So please stop with the clown. Beep. Take the money and shut your mouth. Sign this. Has he signed? Etc. It's all boom. I don't like to do business like this. Now, okay, cool. When did this become about business? I thought it was about settling the beef, and whoever wins the fight actually becomes the king of hip hop. No?
Yes, it is a bit of that. But also for me, it is an opportunity to make a lot of money. Okay, so obviously everyone knows the genesis of where this fight, you know, kind of comes from and the idea. But one thing that's really, really difficult is to get two bullheaded people to agree to business terms, right? So there's two camps, and the two camps don't speak to each other. So there's a middle person. Let me just draw it out how it works.
Right.
So then this side says, no, we need X, this, and then it goes through a middle person, and the other person says, no, we don't agree on this, we want to change this, and then it goes through and it goes up and down.
Literally the Israeli-Palestinian.
Basically.
What a whole wow.
Basically.
So speaking of, and I don't want to add fuel to the fire, but it just can't resist. A certain somebody was here last month, and apparently the date for the fight has been settled. Apparently it's May, but
Yes.
just, you know, if you don't believe me, take a look.
We're trying to do it in May. Why do you
Let's-
have to show me this guy?
I've been training boxing. I'm fighting in May.
You're a father now to a son. What if you get knocked out?
I can't. I spoke about that in a sneaker interview. Like, my son is going to grow up being dissed at school. Then his father got knocked out. You know what I mean? I'm training for a knockout.
Training for a knockout.
Yeah.
KO.
They cue you with the.
No, he literally said, I'm
literally-
going to beat you.
What is the angle and what happens? No matter who wins, what happens after this? And what's the angle?
I think when I win, you know, he goes back to Kansas basically.
And if you
and he goes
lose?
down. There is no if. The way that I think and the way that I deal with things is everything that I set my mind to, I accomplish. And you know, if you can smack somebody once, you can smack them again.
This is such an interesting fight because nobody is saying they're going to lose, okay?
I'm not saying I smacked anyone. I'm just saying I've heard people say that if you smack people, you can smack them again. I'm not saying I ever smacked the shit
You're
out of
saying if you're
anybody.
smackable, you
I
can be
never did
smackable
that.
again.
Yeah.
I heard. People have told me this. Yeah.
Has your team proposed soft Britneying you and taking your account away yet, or?
No. They can never take my account away from me. My account is what makes me who I am. I interact with my fans, the legacy through it.
But
And
they
if I
have been
took it away-
trying. They have been trying because it's in your song. You said my team can't stand
but that song is from years ago.
Yeah. So they've
Have
tried.
they given up?
Oh, you can't take anything from me now. Yeah. It's too late now.
Benza has let go and let God. Do you,
Okay,
okay?
guys. Okay. So we are just gonna sip whatever is in this mug. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling anyone what's in my mug. No one else has to tell me what's in their mug. When we return, we will still be chatting to our superstar on set. So Mega Mania continues.
I never panic, I never freeze.
Okay, welcome back to the last part of the Top Mega Mania takeover. Let's get straight into it. Your beautiful daughter, Cairo, she's
Thank you.
6.
She's 5.
5, turning 6 this year.
Yes.
Went to big school now.
She went to big school, as you can see. She's throwing up the deuces like a real
I
rapper.
say, the heir to the throne. She's well trained.
Yeah.
She's quite an influencer now. She's not like those other freeloading kids. She's actually, I mean, what, paying her way at this stage?
Yeah, well, you know, it's crazy, man. I mean, she has over 1 million followers,
It's wild.
which is wild
That
for
is
5-year-olds. But also, the great thing is that she's just living this life so obliviously. Like, this is her life. She doesn't know any other life. So to her, this like being stopped when we're walking in the mall and people asking me for photo, and she grew up like that. So it's normal for her, you know. But at the same time, you know, I am raising a daughter in South Africa, which can be scary. And so I just want the best for her. I want her to be safe. But I've got a great support system. Her mom is amazing with her. My mom is amazing with her. So
my question to you is, if you went on the room, first of all, and Cairo were to describe you as a daddy, what do you think she would focus on? How would she describe you?
probably say tall.
Actually, wait. Let's let her answer. Cairo, welcome to the show.
No ways, you guys are kidding me.
Hi.
Cairo, how's your dad at home?
Good.
What's your favorite thing about your daddy?
The singing.
My singing. Where's your doggy? Where's Cleo? Put Cleo on TV. The dog also has The dog has 7,000 followers by now.
He's talking.
Okay.
Aww. So do you have a favorite song by your daddy that you can sing for us? Just a few bars, maybe. No?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Okay, so the favorite thing, the best thing to do when you're hanging out with your daddy, what do you like to do?
The sweeties.
Oh, so you actually a corrupt official. You bribe the poor kid.
You buy the love and affection.
And we like to swim, right? We like to swim, right?
Yes.
And watch King Julian on Netflix.
Yes.
Yes, see? I got us to train.
That's beautiful.
Cairo, how's your first day at school? I see that you started big school. How was your first day?
Wait.
Who's that?
Who's that?
It's me.
You drew
And I
your...
got something that's inside it.
Show us. That's so adorable.
Love.
It has kind
You
of
guys
here.
are amazing.
And I also did some sweeties down here.
Oh, sorry, sweeties. That's it.
That is the main obsession.
That's the one. Yeah.
Sweeties. I also put water balloons and a remote controller for playing games.
There we go.
That's beautiful. Thank you for being on the show, Cairo. I didn't know they were going to do this.
Cairo, thank you so much for being on the show. We hope we haven't kept you past your bedtime, ne?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
We'll chat later. Bye.
Love you.
So
So sweet.
let's talk about something that's actually going to soften you up a bit, right?
Yeah.
So
If
I
that
wanna
didn't do it.
if that didn't do it, I want to talk about some lyrics. You say, Nelly, you finessing. You a lion. You be lionessing.
Maria Badescu, wash away my sins for the wins, because the Lord is my shepherd. Oh, you basic bitches is my man. I step in the club, I feel like the Queen of England.
So wait. You say when you step in the club.
No, my girl, she was sitting with me one day, and I was doing a song, and I was writing this thing, but I was writing it from my girl's perspective. I don't know why. And then I was like, damn, I don't have any girl. Oh, why don't you just do it? And so she just did it. And she really killed it.
So you're a gone boy right now.
She's not a rapper or anything like that.
No, you're a gone boy, properly. You're a gone boy. How do you know when you're in love? Like, is it when you put it in a song? Because we've seen you do that.
I think as an artist, especially as a hip hop artist, a pop artist, when you are in love, it should always be in your music, because your music should be a reflection of your life, right? And where your mind is.
Every time we have a takeover ep,
Yeah.
we tell the fans to get in there,
Yeah.
send us some questions.
Okay, cool. What they got for me?
So ask AKA, that's the hashtag. This is what we got. If you were signed to WWE today, says Shakes the Most, which brand would you prefer to sign under, Raw or SmackDown? And what would be your entrance theme song?
From your catalog.
Oh, it would be Raw for sure. Do you know that Monday Night Raw is the longest episodic television show in history?
It's like the Nuit and Nuit of
No, for real. Yeah, it's basically.
Yeah.
No, it's literally been running for 25 years every Monday night for 25 years. So it would have to be Raw.
Raw, and your walkout
my
song?
walkout song would be maybe like Composure.
Let's take one more. Wejam Daweni. When is he releasing new music?
I will try and release some more new music this year, but for me right now it's just about pushing Bovamania, making sure that we get more videos and more visuals out.
And of course, thank you at home for joining us. Just like that, we've come to the end of another episode.
Time really does fly when you're having fun. It's going to be epic. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. From myself, Refilwe Mable and Super Mega.
Mega.
Good night, South Africa.